Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective today. Search African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
Timelang Absheni Ralocha Sanwanani Mulweni. My name is Naledi Mfoloe, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the latest edition of the African Diaspora News Channel, where we unravel the stories that shape our world and our communities. Now, today's story is from West Africa that's both surprising and incredibly significant. Now, Mali has officially become the first African country to wipe out its national debt. Now, yes, you've heard that right. Mali, under its transitional government, has announced that it is now debt-free. Now, this is a milestone that few could have predicted just a few years ago. But this announcement comes after a series of very bold moves by the government, which took office following a military coup in 2021. But let me tell you, right, I think that this is no ordinary transition. I believe it's a transition, it's a transformation that speaks volumes about the fight against corruption and the quest for freedom and the will to actually rebuild a nation that has been riddled with political instability for decades. Now, I think what's even more remarkable is how Mali got here. It wasn't just about negotiating with international creditors or cutting costs. It was about radical economic reforms, including the sale of assets previously owned by the country's corrupt elites. These were the same individuals who had been raiding the nation's resources for years and enriching themselves while the people of Mali struggled. Now, Mali's military government, led by Colonel Assimi Goïta, who now serves as the interim president, has been focused on anti-corruption measures since taking power. And under his leadership, right, there has been a joint effort to go after the elites who were mismanaging the country's wealth, which were people like the son of the former president and other ministers who have been arrested and actually sent to jail. Now, the military leaders, right, didn't just stop at words. They acted. They seized valuable assets, cut off the avenues for corruption, and began the long and difficult task of rebuilding the state's economic integrity. Let's have a look.
Mali has shocked corrupt African leaders after it announced a clearance payment of $332 million that have made the country the first African country to be free from any foreign and domestic debt. Did you hear that? Well, maybe let's ask, for how long has Assimi Goïta been in charge of this country? What magic has he used to free the country off its debt? What do the puppet African leaders think about this move?
But with that being said, I think let's not sugarcoat it, right? Mali's path to this point has not been easy. The situation had reached a breaking point, and for many people in the country, the coup represented a shot at actually resetting the system. However, this kind of transformation, when it comes to dismantling corrupt power structures, doesn't actually happen overnight. It requires leadership with courage to take on entrenched elites and actually face down eternal pressures and actually make unpopular decisions. Now, what's actually striking about Mali's journey, at least from the outside looking in, is that they managed to put themselves in a position where they can say, we are no longer beholden to external debt, and they've actually reclaimed their power. And for the first time in a very long while, it seems that Mali's economy is more in control of its own fate. And this is a monumental shift for a country that has, for years, been dependent on international aid and loans, often detriment of the people.
Mali's debt payoff is part of a larger movement in the Sahel region. Alongside Niger and Burkina Faso, Mali has joined the Sahel Alliance, a coalition determined to redefine their relationships with former colonial powers and foreign financial institutions. This alliance aims to build economic sovereignty, strengthen regional security, and forge new partnerships on their own terms. These nations share a common vision, a Sahel region that controls its own destiny, free from external manipulation. Leaders like Burkina Faso's Ibrahim Traoré have championed initiatives to keep their nations financially sovereign. Traore's government created the National Treasury Bank, established the Post Bank to expand banking access, and even floated Burkina Faso's first national bond, attracting investment from global private investors.
And as a South African, I can't help but feel a sense of mixed emotions about this. On the one hand, there's an undeniable sense of admiration for how Mali has actually taken control of its own future and how they've actually managed to force accountability from both their leaders and the international community. But on the other hand, I'm cautious because Mali's progress should be celebrated. But we must keep in mind that political stability and economic recovery go hand in hand. The military government's promises of civilian rule and democracy must be fulfilled, because true sovereignty is not just about having control over your finances, but also about having a government that is accountable to the people and that it respects their rights. Now, Mali is a country on a difficult but potentially transformative path. If they can achieve peace and stability, I think that they will have set a precedent for other African nations looking to break free from stranglehold of debt, corruption, and foreign influence. But of course, that remains to be seen. But one thing is clear. Mali has taken the first step in a long journey toward economic and political renewal, and as Africans, we should watch closely because their story could be our story. Now, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Please, let's engage in the comment section. What do you think about this? And while you're at it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That's it from me. Till we meet again, it is goodbye.